Hello and welcome back to episode 29 of Unknown to World Known. We're still with Lincoln City despite a couple of interviews that we've had. Since the last episode when we went out of the Cup to Wickham, we then lost 2-0 to Bromley. We beat Bradford 3-1, draws with Plymouth and Scunthorpe before ending on a win against Wrexham 3-0, which sees us currently sat in 6th place in the table. We're 6 points away from the automatic promotion spots, 4 points away from being out of the playoffs. And since you were last with us, we have made a couple of signings, bringing in Elliot Watt from Bradford and also Adam Phillips from Crawley Town, who has been a very good signing and looks like he'll be one of our better players. We've also sent a couple of players away, Aaron Hayden, Ben Hockenhull and Archibald, all leaving the club. So we're back with the lineup for the Morecambe game. Okay, so we're going with a lineup today of Ruddy in goal, a back four of Noyle, Camp, Soska and Norris. We're going back to the four in the middle with Scully on the right, Lindo, Phillips and Whitaker. And then up front we're going with Ikpeazu and Stewart. We found since we brought in Phillips, I feel a bit more confident in our midfield. And we were lacking a little bit of attacking emphasis, so that's why we've gone back to the two up front and see if that will make a difference for us, as we have the first attack of the day, Noyle, playing it through for Ikpeazu, who doesn't really do anything with it, but Noyle does put the cross in, and Stewart gets the shot away, but it is blocked, and Camp deals with the header. So we have had a little bit of a shake-up since you were last with us in terms of formation and first 11. Phillips in particular has changed the way that our midfield looks, because even if, he's going to play over Ford in that centre mid role, so maybe Ford comes back onto the right wing a bit more. We've also had an injury to James Wilson, and that is a poor header, but we get away with it. James Wilson's going to be out for about 3 months, so it's probably more like 2.5 at this point, as ball through towards Stewart, but another block from Morecambe there, getting two important blocks in early on, and Longstaff hedged just over the bar for them. Wilson's going to be out for a while, which does make a big change to our plans, because he's normally our right winger at the moment. I've lost my mouse. There it is. So hopefully he can come back strong. At the end of the first half, it's been a pretty even game. Our shots on target has been poor though. So we're going to tell them we're disappointed in their finishing, and we're going to add in working the ball into the box to try and encourage a few more shots on target rather than them going all over the place. Whitaker would like to come off, and they recommended Ford. We're going to bring Whitaker off, but I think we'll do that instead. We'll send Norris further forward and Ruffin in behind him, and Smith can come on for Lindo in midfield as well. Just because Lindo is not looking. Lindo and Smith both kind of need resting. While we were playing with the three in midfield, they were both playing rather than rotating between the two, because they were what was given as a bit of more solidity in defence. Is that a word? It is now. As the ball through for Norris finds him, and he's going to look to get a cross in. Ikpeazu gets a shot blocked, but Scully at the far post does manage to get the goal in. And with that, we are going to drop straight down to balanced. I think we might look to bring Phillips off for. We're going to go for Savage, because he's going to sit a bit deeper than what Ford would. And that is 2 of our subs, so we've got 1 more to make. No, Smith came on as well, didn't he? Yeah, refused our 3 subs. I thought so. So we've got 5 minutes to go. We're going to drop down to defensive to try and ensure that this stays a 1-0 win. And it looks like we are going to do that. We have done. So 1-0 win against Morecambe. Maybe we need to start working the ball into the box because that really did make the difference in that second half. But a good result there sees us potentially climb the table. I didn't notice. Let's have a look. It doesn't see us climb the table, but Forest Green slip up against Mansfield, so we are a bit more secure in those playoff spots. And right on the tails of Harrogate, Port Vale and Newport. We're back with the next game in a moment. Okay, so we're back for the game against Leyton Orient. Now they are second in the league, so we're going with a lineup of Ruddy, Noyle, Camp, Soska, Ruffin starting at left back this time. Lindo, Phillips, Scully and Norris has moved up onto the left wing, with Ikpeazu and Stewart starting up front once again. So let's tell them to do this for the fans. And we've managed to motivate a few of them. This could be a big game in terms of the league because I believe Leyton Orient are on 65 points going into this. So we could really, if we can take 3 points off them, we really bring second back down into this group of second and sixth, between third and sixth at the moment, so that we can potentially battle everyone for 2 automatic spots rather than if we lose, Leyton Orient might start to get a little bit out of reach for ourselves and we'd be battling for 1 promotion spot as they break down our left hand side but stay with a bit of a tame shot, which Ruddy easily saves. Phillips now plays a long ball towards Stewart, who picks it up. He's past his defender. He's got a chance to get the ball into Ikpeazu. He's gone for goal instead, and it's hit straight at the keeper. And once again, we don't get to pull the league table up. They look for a ball over the top. Camp deals well with it, and Phillips does well to play the ball off to Norris. And now he's going to go up the left-hand side, cross towards Ikpeazu, who heads it just wide, and that is encouraging signs to start the game. But as I said, so yeah, Leyton Orient 65 points going into this game. If we were to beat them, we would go on to 59 points, which means, yeah, it's a lot more achievable than if we lose today. Stewart heads the ball on, but doesn't manage to get it to Ikpeazu. And now it's back with their goalkeeper, who's taking his time. Sends it forward, but Noyle easily deals with that and plays it back to Ruddy, who's now going to try and lump it forward himself. Stewart in space behind the defence. And again, Stewart really should be doing better with that. Scully's going to try a cross in here, and Dorset heads it away. And Lindo brings his man down. Probably should have been booked for that because it was just to break up the play. What we may look to do, because we've got a free kick right on the edge of the area here. Phillips hits it straight to the wall, and oh, what a strike that was, hitting the bar off the rebound. What we may look to do is potentially send Scully up front and Ford maybe on the wing if Stewart continues to miss chances like that. They've got a corner, and Ruffin, what a header off the line. Matthews now going to try and get the ball back in, plays it back to High, and Dorset, who passes it off. Ball over the top, Soska heads it back to Ruddy, nice and controlled. Probably the best chance Leyton Orient have had in this game. It's now our turn to have a corner again. Scully, I need to have a look at what these corner settings are because we don't seem to be sending them to anyone. Phillips and Lindo now exchanging the ball. Camp looking over the top towards Norris, but it's headed away. Ruffin collects it and sends it back over to Stewart, who does finish, but he's well offside. So he finally scores one, and not as far as offside as I thought, but it is still offside, and very disappointing. So far, we have been. That is a terrible colour. Could barely see their line. We're gonna tell them we've been the better team. Keep doing what you're doing, because I think that would be fair to say. We are going to tell Stuart that I'm not happy with him, because we've still got the offside lines. You know, he's had two fantastic chances. The one he scores, he's offside for, so why is he bothered to score that one? It's just more annoying. And now Divine, for them, gets the ball nicked off him by Lindo. Scully gonna have a little bit of a run at their defence and tries to take it around his man. Ends up playing it back to Lindo, and who exchanges with Phillips, who sends it out to Ruffin. Norris Ikpeazu hits the bar again. So unlucky. We're gonna send. I think we're gonna do what I've mentioned. We're gonna send Scully up front. Ford's gonna go down that right hand side now instead, and see if that can make a difference for us. As they look to come forward, Matthews on the ball now. Plays it across to Say on the left hand side, who's got a bit of space to run at. Scully's covering him well, but Divine manages to get the cross in, and it's headed well over the bar. Just a bit of a warning sign. We still need to be careful here. We are not going to make that change. We're going to bring Lindo off for Smith again. And let's fire them up. They've now got a corner again. Sends it in towards Duncan. Soska heads away, and Ford trying to bring it down, but High takes it off him. Ball back into the box. Sai hits the bar, and that is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Let's send Whitaker on. He can go in there behind the striker. And we're going to go attacking. That is an absolutely disgusting way to score a goal. And now Phillips, with more pressure on him than he's probably had since he's joined us, and he's gone down. He's hurt from that tackle. Matthews is breaking. And he finds Duncan. And all of a sudden, we are 2-0 down. Phillips is injured. And it all comes down to the chances Stuart missed in the first half, and Ikpeazu, to be fair, missed a great chance when he hit the bar. And now ball through to Matthews, who hits the post, and Noyle had time there and he's booted out for a throw-in. But that's so frustrating. Our first half was so good, and then our second half, so bad. And you know what? Where is he? No, I'm not after Foot. Not after Scotty. Leighton Stewart. I'm furious with him. He had two chances to win us, to put us in the lead in that game, at least. And he absolutely bottled them, and he scored the one where he was offside. I'm furious with him. That sees us end the episode pretty much back where we started, except slightly worse off in terms of, we're now 12 points behind Leyton Orient, we've absolutely bottled that game. And 4 points clear in the playoffs, so really are back where we started. Okay, so in the next episode, we will come back for Crawley Town and Notts County, and then that way we can then power through to the end of the season, Northampton, Stockport at the end. So we're back with Crawley in the next episode. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like and comment. Are we going to get the playoffs or are we going to get automatic promotion? And do subscribe if you are enjoying the series as well. Thank you very much for watching.